03 F-150. It's got the 4.2 liter in it. It's four-wheel drive, automatic. Got towed in with a no start condition. Crank's okay. Pretty basic check. A little bit of the good stuff, and the thing was off and running only until the good stuff was all gone, and then it quit running. So fuel delivery problem. Went right to the pump. We've got power and ground, but we've got no pressure. We wailed on the tank a little bit with a rubber mallet and just couldn't get the pump to come back to life. So we got to drop the tank now, and it's, you know, a little better than half full, and it's a big old honky tonk. So we're gonna bring you guys along, see what we run across. The truck looks pretty clean for a New York truck, and for an 03, it sits a lot. The guy only drives it maybe a couple thousand miles a year, so other than that, it sits in this barn. So I think that's what preserved it. But it also could be what caused the doom on the pump, you know, always sitting stationary and right in a dead spot. But it's neither here nor there, so let's get this pump out of there. First thing first on this little guy, I've got it in neutral. I got the key shut off so we can rotate the drive shaft. A little scaly. Got a lot of life in her. We got some 12mm 12-point bolts we got to get out. If these have never been out, they're usually tighter than a Banshee, which is pretty dang tight. Sometimes you got to give a little heat, but we'll grab, I think I got one of these in a 1/2-inch drive. We'll stuff it on there with a little nano and see if we can't just zip them out. I'll zippy zap. Let's see what happens here. I hate 12-point stuff in New York. Yeah, Loctite. OEM. Come on, little fella. Sometimes you gotta work it back and forth. And she'll loosen right up. You bring me over a little hammer, Hannah. Oh, perfect, thank you. So let's see if we can't tap this loose. There she is. Give her a little tap. Slide the shaft out. Make sure you got a bucket ready in case she dribbles a little. We'll plug this with a tail shaft plugger tool. I've got the right size that is. Probably don't. There. Look at that, huh? Perfect. I knew I had the right one. That'll keep her from peeing on us. Alright, so now we've got to work on getting our little clamps. Oops, wrong clamp. Spraying the wrong thing. We got to get our little clamps loose here, which these can be a real pain. Not the clamp, but getting the hose off the filler net. It's like working on a Southern car to me. Let's get these loosened up. We got to get these hoses. Once you get the clamps off, once you got a metal, oh, okay. Let's start working the rubber loose here. Like I said, these can be a real pain. They've got a big, they use a big barb on these. You know, where the rubber goes on to keep it from slipping off. So it's my habit to get a hose pick under them, pry them open, give them a little spritz of something good. Not brake cleaner though, that evaporates too much. Maybe some silicone spray or something like that. Croil. That one's all loose. We'll do the same thing on this little vent hose here. Be careful if you're using a hose pick not to, you know, get all silly with it. Jam a hole through it. You don't want to do that. Oh, look at that one. We just got to work it. Look at that. Woot. Okay, that one's good enough. We start letting the tank down. That little guy will slip right out of there. What we're going to do now We're gonna work on getting our straps loose. However, look at these. They still got numbers on them. It looks like either it's in fantastic shape or somebody changed them. But in either case, it's always my habit to work at one at a time. We'll get this one loose and we'll do the other one. Ooh, she's snug. Oh, crap biscuit. I think it either broke the little J nut, or somebody put a regular nut on it, or it's stripped out. Will you give me the big mirror, Hannah? We gotta see what in the thunder's going on here. Man, it looks so nice. I was really hopeful. Let me give it a little spin here. Everything looks absolutely mint, to be honest with you. That wasn't supposed to happen. Miss Hannah, will you get the purple stand before I come to my fate underneath the fuel tank? See, that's why we only do one at a time. Otherwise, big trouble. Right up here in the front there, young lady.
You look good standing right there.
Huh?
I think you should just stay there.
Just stand here? Drop nice of you. I'd have you hold it, but I don't think you can reach it. Because you're only 4 foot tall.
I'm not 4 foot tall.
4 foot 1.
5 foot 1.
Okay, tighten down the cranker there. 5 foot 1, huh?
5 foot 1.
With or without your shoes on?
Without.
So there's what happened. This bolt is all done lost its threads, which is odd. So we're gonna have to get a new J nut, whatever they call these. I use a little different one when I'm doing gas tanks. This is very thin here, so these are more like ones you see like holding on fenders and body parts and stuff that doesn't weigh, 7 zillion pounds. I like to use ones that actually have like the captured nut, so when all this crap rusts away in New York, there's actually still a real nut. And it looks like somebody's changed these. These are way too shiny to be 2003 New York. So before we do this one back here, which these may be factory, I don't know. Before we do this one, we're gonna stick the tranny jack under it so something doesn't go real bad, worse than it did. Not that it went bad, but we don't want any. I don't want to be doing the dance, So we'll stick the jack under here. We'll try this one, see what happens. And once that comes loose, we're pretty much in the home stretch. We'll let her down. I'm gonna see if I've got any fuel tank installation hardware here in the shop. Well, there, we got her safely supported, as always. We'll see what happens here. That one came out nicely. This bolt has a little bit of, it's a little wonky where it was too. So it's interesting, that could be from when they're, if somebody did change these, if they over tightened them when they put them in, perhaps. That could be way wrong, but like I say, I'm changing them regardless. Something a little, what I like to call a little more meatier. So we'll take and flip these like that. There. Oh crap, no, I lost it. There it is. So there, we'll get some real beefy ones. Move this out of the way. Did we have any, Hannah? Oh, look at that. So this is what we'll put in, if they fit. That's the next thing, these ones won't. So look, I look like a liar. So this is what I typically use. If I get them open. So these are big, heavier duty, little clip-on nuts, but I don't think that they will reach their destination if we put them in and clip them. So these are a little wide. These are, I think these are for GMs. So what we can do, man, I just hate to get, I mean, I've got these here in stock, but man, they're so thin. They always worry me. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's see, where's our purple stand? Right here. So what we have to do, we've got to let it down a smidge. Got to get our rubber hose off over here without making this whole thing hit the floor. So there's our stand. We put our little safety stand under here in case it starts to fall. It'll catch it a little. We gotta get the rubber unhooked, and then we've got to get to, we're gonna have some evap lines under here on these Fords. We're gonna have some electrical connectors. We've got some fuel lines that we gotta be careful of. Like I said, I want to get this rubber work loose. Give me my 90-degree pick there, and the black. Oh, that's 45.
Where?
Over on the end. Come on. Didn't you go to school? Mm-hmm. That's 90. That's
45.
That's 45, okay? I'm going to be putting out a video looking for a good helper here pretty soon.
I'm not in geometry anymore. I'm in statistics.
Oh, you're in statistics?
That has nothing to do with that.
Oh, I see. I don't remember much, but it's like 3rd grade, so. Come on, little guy. There she goes, yeah. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. This thing being tough. But not too tough. We see what they text us. We see if he's got those nuts. We texted our little guy at Napa to see if he has anything like this in a longer reach style.
What size thread, and do they have to be that deep?
Yes, they have to be that deep. And tell them 3/8 or 10 millimeter. All right, so we got that down. What do we got? Wow. So these evap lines on these, you have to be really careful with. They just go into little plastic valves. And if you just start letting the tank down all willy-nilly, they'll break off. You don't want that. Let's see here. Okay. I'll get the camera up here. I'll show you what we're looking at. In case you're doing this, this is like the hardest part about the whole deal. Let me show you. It's pretty tight quarters up here, but there is your front evap line that hooks to the tank. Come around here. Oh my gosh, it's tight. Hang on, folks. So then we've got our sending unit here. Obviously the wires for that, which were on the frame, but when we were testing it for, the fuel pump, I had to give it the classic reach around move, had to unhook it from the frame so I could, from the outside of the frame, undo this and check for power and ground and all that stuff. And then down there, let's see if we can migrate down to this area. We've got your classic fuel tank pressure sensor, and then we've got another evap line down here. So all I'm going to be doing is pinching these with a pair of pliers, working it, and getting that rubber hose right off. Whoa, and doing the same thing down here. And then we'll let the tank down, unhook our fuel lines, which unhook pretty easily. Of course, I can't do it with just my little fingernail, but we've got to undo this clip, slide her out, push her through, get them unhooked. If you were doing this and it had fuel pressure, you'd want to start the truck up, unplug your fuel pump till the engine's stalled to reduce fuel pressure, because it's at this point where you get a little A little spray, a little bath, a little gas bath if you didn't. So the Napa guy just texted us back, no beans. The only ones he has in stock are like the ones we have. He's got the 3/8 version of this, which I also stock, but I don't know, maybe it's strong enough, but I always worry about these things rusting away, and next thing you know, Mr. Tank's skidding down the road on you. So there's options, you know, you can just use a nut and a bolt. I hate going non-factory, non-OEM. Just makes me lose sleep. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The night's still young. So, off with the hoses. Okay, so I got my hoses unhooked using my little hose unhooking apparatus. So, there. So what we gotta do now is, like I say, our fuel tank pressure sensor. Hannah's gotta get the phone. Unplug the fuel pump. And these lines. Let me get a little screwdriver. Alright, so this here, I believe, what do we gotta do? I think you just gotta get these a little flickeroo. Okay? Open them up. This is like a GM style. And then you kind of smush these through. There's that. You get them kind of worked through, if I believe. And this is where it all goes wrong, when your face is right here. So move your face out of the way. We'll get sprayed together. Let's see. Let's line this up. You know what they say? YouTubers that get sprayed together stay together. Oh, nothing. Totally weak. And then on this one, there's no clippy-do. You just gotta, that gas smells, this stuff smells old. Oh yeah, baby. And then the same thing, just worked that one off, so there we go. Let's see if we can't get this, oh my God, I'm getting so much rust down my back. Get this fuel tank pressure sensor unhooked. Oh, I'm gonna fall over my OSHA-approved bucket. Come on, little fella. Ah, I hate connectors. Hey, Hannah, hand me the 90-degree pick. That's the one that's like at a right angle. Oh, you got it. Good job. Oh, look at that. Oh, she sounds gritty. Let's see. There's that. Vapor line's undone. Vent line. Alright, hang on to those, Hannah. Alright, folks, hang on. You're coming down. Let me move my little safety stick off my finger. Here we go, fellas. Down she goes. Oh, look at that. So I figured what we'll do is we'll just keep this little fella right here. We'll see if we can't get these cracked loose. They're looking a little angry, but not too bad. Stainless sending unit, steel tank, old fasteners. These usually come out, usually. Let me see that 8mm nut driver. Let's just see if we can do these by hand. See if I have enough mustard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, like I said, these usually aren't too bad, in my experience. Which isn't much, because I'm still a young buck, but I've done a couple of these in my day. Fords always use this style, it seems. You know, even like on the Grand Marquis and Crown Vics and all the other Fords out there. Grab the Nano, or I'm sorry, the little Astro 3/8 impact, little mini impact with an 8mm. Because I really can't use hand tools for any extended period of time.
The mini one.
Yeah, the mini one, the little black one, yeah. Where you been? Don't you watch SMA videos?
This one?
Yeah. I'm gonna be done before you get here.
Black or chrome?
Chrome's fine. long. You ask a lot of questions.
Get you whatever now.
Oh. You're supposed to be able to read my mind.
I don't think I want to do that.
You probably don't, trust me. Let's see that little guy. Now we're almost done. We're gonna need a blow nozzle. Short one, red, from my toolbox. Whoa! Kids always got to play with the trigger. So now what we'll do is give it a little toot here. This must be what it's like to work in Florida. You hand me the red-handled, let's see, how many degrees angle is that one?
This one's 90.
That one's about 72. Hand me the red-handled 72 degree. That's 90, Hannah. Red-handled.
Where?
So I gotta teach you your colors.
This is red.
Black. Red.
Red.
That's black with red outline. This is straight red.
Still red.
Oh my gosh. I swear I don't know what they teach you at school. All right, look at this. Don't let this thing come up and flick you in the eyes. So there she is. So there's our old one. Let's see if they come close on the new one. There's that. What else we get? Oh, a couple of quick connects, non-applicable to our application. And there's our brandy new unit. This looks like it's possibly coated. Some kind of, I don't know what is that, zinc coating with whatever makes them that color. Grab a magnet, will you, Hannah? Let's see, little floaters, they look the same. So overall appearance is the same. This one here is OEM stainless, aftermarket, contains iron. It's ferrous, it's magnetic. But it has a special coating on it. So hopefully that'll slow down. Already has the gasket installed. Made in the USA. Look at that. You just don't see that much anymore, folks. Huh? Let's just take a moment right here. Alright, good. Well, it kind of just made my day a little bit. Yeah, I'd say we're good to go. She looks right. Slip this little guy right in. Which way did it go? I think it went this way. That would be my guess. Now only certain ones of these studs actually have threads in them. So whatever way you put it, it has to be the right way. So make sure you do that. Okay. This has a little arrow indicator thing on it. I don't know what way that's supposed to point, but we'll assume that direction. All right, let's see. Okay, Hannah, hand me the nuts, the bolts that we took out.
These?
The little guys, you got them. That's right. That's right. Okay, so we'll put our little bolts back in there.
Will you need a...
Yes, we'll need that. We'll also need some of your favorite product, Never Sees. So go grab a tub of that. I'll make sure you've got it at least up to your elbows before you go home.
Oh, thanks.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you just touched that lid.
What else am I supposed to touch?
I would have put on gloves. Stay away from me with that stuff. So we'll put a little Never Sees on there. That way there for the next guy when this pump dies. Oh my gosh. I don't trust Hannah with the Never Sees container.
You told me to get it.
Yeah, but this stuff is dangerous, Hannah. It's like a plague. Try this one again over here. Let's see. Hand the 8mm nut driver here, Hannah. We'll get these lined up. Something a little more powerful than my fingers.
Watch it, I just touched it. Like I never see some.
Oh my gosh, you got it on your hands. Good luck. You look like the Tin Man before you go home tonight. Ooh. So far so good, I haven't gotten any on me. So you always think that you're like, oh, I did a good job, I didn't get any never sees on me. 5 minutes later, talking to the customer, find out it's all over your face. I'm missing a screw. Maybe we're the only one that has never sees problems. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Alright, we'll go ahead and use our torque wrench here and we'll get her all torqued down. Just skipping across here to apply even pressure.
Are you done with this disease?
I am. Now go wash your hand and decontaminate yourself. So these tend to have like a positive stop on them. Like when you tighten them up, you just feel it. You feel it when it goes past the gasket and it's actually a metal against metal tightness. I don't really know how to describe that, but you just know. You have to become one with your fuel tank. Everything's in. Up we go. So that's pretty much it, folks. Not much to a fuel pump R&R on one of these guys, especially these nice, clean, rust-free vehicles. So we'll get her up here. Whoa! Hey, Hannah, we pick up our purple stain that hits the tank. Yeah, go a little bit. Okay, that's good. Righty tighty, righty tighty, other way. Holy smokes. I swear that school doesn't do anything for you.
I was going the right way.
No, you weren't. Keep going.
I'm going.
It's gonna get tight, trust me. Huh? Look at that. You stick with me, Hannah, you'll go places. Holy cow. Turn on the camera, you forget everything you know. Okay, you can get these little caps off, which will obviously save. Go ahead and hold them there, Miss Hannah. And then we just got to click that back on, click her through, click her shut. A lot of clicking, but pretty easy peasy. And then we'll get this all clicked together, reinstalled in its factory location. Let's see if I can slip it on there without tearing that peg out. There she goes. Click that back in. If you try to take the little peg out, the little white Christmas tree thing, it will certainly break, in my experience. So we gotta jack it up a little bit more to get our evap lines on. We'll get our filler lines pushed back up over here. Where is it? Whoa! All right, so we're at that point in the story where we had to make a decision. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna reuse our factory J-nuts, I guess. I checked with Ford, these are OEM. This is what it comes with. The nuts, I call them J-nuts, frame clips, whatever you call them. These are in perfect shape. All it did is trash the bolt, believe it or not. You know, it stripped all the threads off of that, which I guess is in our favor. Because I did go up and I grabbed a couple new ones that I had. It was my intention to use a couple new ones with some, you know, just regular 3/8 bolts, which is, you know, essentially identical to a, you know, 10 millimeter. But I'm just a smidge too short. So kind of the story of my life, but so we can't use these. So Miss Hannah just went and got us a new 10mm bolt, which we'll thread right in there, and we'll just use new bolts. We're gonna need 2, Miss Hannah. Did you bring 2?
You told me 1.
You brought 2 flat washers.
You said grab 1 bolt and 2 flat washers.
Hannah, why do I pay you so much money? Oh, let's see. So we'll stick our strap back in there. We'll get this little guy lined up, and we'll use our new alternator. I'll go get some Never Seas. Never Seas all over this stinking place.
Yep.
Holy cow. I can't believe this. Let me see the socket. You got Never Seas on you?
Yep, for the strap.
Good, it's all over this tools when you're taking care of tools. There. Jeez. Done. Whoa! We should get some brake clean and take out that bumblebee.
It's coming closer.
I know, it's gonna come over steaming. I'm gonna do an anaphylactic shock here. If I do, grab an EpiPen. Bring me back to life, will you?
Let me think about it.
Get it on camera, though. That's the video I need. I need that viral video.
Okay. I just leave you there.
Now you're swallowing up like a pumpkin. All right. So when we put the tank in, we slid our little hoses back on. We just gotta take and tighten up our clamps, slip our drive shaft back in, tighten that up, and we are out of here. One little guy's out. Slip this little guy right in. There she is. Then make sure your flange on your drive shaft is clean, no big chunks. The best thing to do is to just reinstall it back on this flange. Now this can go in multiple positions, but just put it back where it was. No, these are not balanced as an assembly. It does not need to go exactly where it was in relationship to the drive shaft. You know, I see a lot of guys that, you know, mark these, and yeah, when you do the drive shaft to its yoke, you know, definitely, you know, put that back where it was, because that was balanced together. So, but a lot of controversy on that, but just line up your old rust marks. How's that sound? We can get a bolt set back. I just want to hold it when I get some Loctite. I just don't want it to fall down and get me. Big moment of truth here. He did say prior to this happening his engine light had been coming on, so he wanted us to look at that too. Oh yeah, we can see the engine light is still on. Gas gauge is at 3/4 of a tank, right where it was when we pulled it. Lovely. Fuel filter. Don't forget to change your fuel filter. I almost forgot to tell you about it. Got all excited, got it done, it's running. We're gonna throw a fuel filter on it now. So yeah, don't forget this little guy. That's it, folks. Fuel pump 2003 F-150. You can see it's quite a piece of cake to change. We learned that this style retainer is OEM. So we're able to use it. The bolt, however, didn't survive, but no big deal. We stuck a couple new ones in, little Never Seas. Everybody's happy. Like I said, the guy doesn't drive it much. So next we're off to check the engine light, see what's going on with that. If it's something good, we'll make a video on it, but I thought you guys would enjoy this. So thanks for coming along. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't done that yet, please do so. And don't forget Google+, Facebook, check us out there. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.